Hey, what's good, everyone? Hopefully you are all well. I'm going to do an all signs full moon check-in. I think this full moon's in Leo. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get through all the signs. So wow, that's funny. My nose already started itching as soon as yeah, I got on here. So maybe some of you will be receiving communication from somebody, the spirit world, something, right? Or it just means right there, you know, my guide spirit, whoever's here, ready to deliver the messages, right? That's crazy. My nose just started itching all crazy as soon as I got started. So, what deck should I use? You know what? I like how I flowed last time, so I'm just gonna do it the same. I'm gonna use this the Numinous deck, right? We'll start with this one and then we'll see how it goes from there, right? See something real quick. Hey, good morning. River Dragon, Brittany, Divine Realm Tarot. Hopefully you are all well. Um, for those of you that already did it, don't worry about it. I think all of you already did it, right? River Dragon, Brittany, Divine Realm Tarot. I put the whole hype, like or comment on my new song for and I'll answer questions. But I'm gonna try to do the all signs again, right? I want to ask about the full moon in Leo. Let me know if you all are feeling any kind of energy from the full moon already or what you're getting. Um, there's been a lot of things happening for me, really interesting, tons of synchronicities, like exaggerated synchronicities. Um, so the first one I'm starting with, obviously Aquarius. Ah, Venus love. Wow. And that's fitting, right? Because Valentine's Day is in Aquarius season, so this is kind of maybe the full moon energy. Maybe that love's gonna be amplified. So happy birthday, Aquarius. That's why I'm doing Aquarius first, for those that don't know. Beauty, harmony, romance, charm, sensuality, luxury, wild diplomacy, magnetism. Oh, I can't speak or read today. Adoration, attraction, indulgence, taste, style. Yeah, so that's beautiful. Venus, love. Ah, okay, yeah. I was I had that last night already, so I guess yeah, I was waking up like every hour, so I was like, man, I was gonna get on here like at 3 in the morning because I was like, I keep waking up, I might as well stay up. Whoa, okay. Eighth house. I don't know what stone that is, but it almost reminds me of like the evil eye protector, so that's pretty cool. Maybe just knowing, oh wow, intimacy and love. Wow, so maybe Aquarius is really feeling that love or need for intimacy, connection. Even that person on the thing looks like naked, right? Or half naked or something. That's interesting. But I like that, right? That feels very Aquarius. That little, what is that? The underwater suit or the space suit? Eighth house intimacy, investments, intensity, contracts, sex, erotic capital, secrets, mysteries, obsessions, inheritance, kundalini energy, stalking. Either you're stalking or being stalked. The underworld. Nah, I like it. Maybe sometimes some people could view the all that sexual energy as more like underworld kind of stuff, but you know, obviously we need yin and yang, right? We need both. So, oh wow, okay, yeah, yeah, that's early, 4 o'clock. Yeah, I know I woke up like at three something, and then I just stayed up, So let's see what else for Aquarius. Maybe I can go backwards since last time I did. I know Pisces was last. I just gotta remember the order, but Aquarius still good first because it's their birthday. But oh wow, look at yeah, and it talked about investments, prosperity. So new opportunities coming in for Aquarius, financial gains, good luck. I love that good luck. Whenever I see good luck, you know, I don't know who told me that when I was little. Probably my brother used to tell me that a handful of luck is worth more than a lifetime of wisdom. That's funny. Whoa. Uh-oh. But this feels more like hater energy, right? Look at that. Conflicts, competition, egos, right? So just be careful, Aquarius, right? I mean, it's up to you. Maybe you like a good fight. If you like a good fight, then have at it, right? But just know, right? While you're in your love and all this and that, I don't feel like this is I feel like it's more hater energy. That's what I'm getting right now. My gut's lighting up with that. I don't really feel like it's you looking for fights, but hey, you know, if you're if you're with it, then by all means, right? So I think that's what I'm getting for Aquarius. Right? I'm gonna try not to make them too long so I could get through all the signs. But yeah, it feels like there's luck on your side, new opportunities, right? Intimacy, love. I think that's gonna be more on you if you want to venture with that, but you're definitely gonna be feeling that energy, right? Starting with this full moon, it's gonna open that up. Yeah, maybe it'll just hit you out of nowhere, right? During this full moon, you're gonna be like, "Hey, I'm feeling extra, in the mood to get intimate, or I'm feeling all that love," which is it's a combination of the two, right? So it's not just lusty energy; it's like sensual love energy, sexual energy, all that stuff, right? And you might even choose that energy, right? Because obviously that sexual energy is great for creating. So maybe you'll just choose to channel that energy and build something, right? Or use that energy to to invest in something, right? That energy, yeah, it's very powerful, right? So all that. Okay, so enough of that. Yeah, Pisces Aquarius cusp. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Okay. So yeah, you're yeah. Because it says, right, like the at the end of the day, it's like our higher self bringing us those messages, right? So I know in this world, it's like the algorithm puts it on your thing, but from a higher perspective, it's like higher version of you is like shoving those messages in front of you, right? Like something like that. So that's pretty funny. Yeah, yeah. So maybe higher you is trying to push you towards it, right? Like, hey, maybe we ought to get out there and explore that a little, right? So who's next? Okay, I'm gonna do Pisces because I know, yeah, you were last time, right? So I'm gonna do it backwards this time. I just gotta try to remember the order. Okay, so that's Aquarius. Happy birthday. Now Pisces. Okay. What message do you have for Pisces? Whoa. Whoa. That's interesting. Wow. This came out for Gemini last time, so huh. Maybe you're feeling very empowered at this time. Pisces conjunction, empowerment. Hmm. Combines with, enhances, strengthens, joins forces, activates, intensifies, authorize, allies with, huh? So a lot of like union. I mean, it could be, I don't know why this something about that reminds me like of sexual energy too, but also, right, like even in the back it looks like a tie, right? Almost like business ventures. Yeah, concentrate. So, but obviously it says the negative, just try not to overwhelm yourself. Don't oversaturate things, right? Let's see. But also 12th house, surrender. So I guess you are supposed to surrender to something. Oh, isn't that like the Ark of the Covenant or something? Subconscious mind, compassion, dreams. So pay attention to your dreams at this time. Forgiveness, baggage, trance states, the unseen, healing, spiritual development, guilt, prayer, Akashic records. So all of that, right? Take what resonates. If there's any guilt you need to release, anything you need to make right, right? Karma. So look at both sides. Forgiving others, but also if there's anything you need to kind of set right and really pay attention to your dreams. I love the 12. I know 10 is supposed to be completion, but to me, 12 has came up a lot with completion, right? And obviously we know, right? The clock goes to 12, starts over, the months 12, here in the US school, right? From first grade to 12th and higher learning. So I always think of 12 also as like kind of a graduating, right? And maybe that to get to that next step, you need to surrender. This is just gonna be an honorable mention because this jumped out too. Scorpio, right? So maybe, that is sensual energy, right? So the powerhouse, Scorpio, transformative, intense, passionate, secretive, cardinal, thorough, obsessive, intimate, primal, lusty, mysterious, regenerative, compulsive. So try not to get into that destructive or manipulative energy, right? Powerhouse. Okay. Conjunct empowerment, surrender, and the powerhouse. So maybe through that surrendering, you'll feel more empowered, right? Kind of letting spirit guide you. And probably just that, surrendering to who you are, right? Knowing who you are. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe if you suppress who you are a lot, it's time to surrender to that, right? No more being afraid, no more. Oh, just wait for the questions till after. But in the meantime, if you want, I put it above. I came out with another song, so I have all the stuff up there, the link, right, to go like, comment, and hype up my new song. And then you just gotta hold off till, we're barely on Pisces right now, so we got a ways to go to answer questions. Let me see. Okay, what else for Pisces? Oh, your birthday's at 12. Okay. That's funny. Oh, no, just flip right over. Uh-oh. See? So just try not to get in your head about things, Pisces. But that's fun. Oh no, the other one had the 8, huh? I just try not to get in your head about things, right? And that I think that's part of the surrender, right? That's why surrender came out because if you get in your head too much, obviously you're not surrendering, right? It's almost like trying to control a situation. Why didn't this happen? Why didn't that? Why didn't it go this way, right? That's when we start feeling restricted. Oh, wow, look at that. See, 10 of Pentacles. I guess once you surrender, that's gonna open things up for you. But it doesn't mean like surrender with no action, just surrender to things. Just don't over try to control things, right? I think that's the huge thing. That's gonna be your empowerment, right? Really, a lot of that empower see activates even. I hadn't seen that activates, intensifies. I think a lot of your empowerment is gonna come from that, right? There's something that you have to step into. And see, that's like super, it feels very complete, right? The 12 and then the 10. Like I said, for me, the 12th is like graduating, right? And the 10. I think once, it almost feels like you've been in school, right? If you think about it, all 2025 maybe was like you being in school. And if you learn the lessons and closed out the cycles, that's what you should be moving into. But of course, there's always that residual energy. Don't get stuck in your head, right? And with the solar plexus, see, that means you not standing in your truth. So that's why you have to surrender to who you are without putting too many restrictions. So, okay, hopefully that helps. Exactly. Yeah, the trust falling. I still haven't tried that, but one day. But I guess in my case it would be cheating because I probably wouldn't try that unless I really trusted someone. So I guess it's already kind of like not really doing the trust falling thing, you know? Okay, so going backwards after Pisces, who would it be? Um, man, am I gonna have to pull out a whole list here? Or let me see. How do I do this? The zodiac. Okay. Pisces. Oh, it will be Aquarius or Capricorn next. Okay. No, Aries is gonna be last because that's the first one. So it's gonna be Aquarius, and so we already did it. Capricorn. Capricorn is next. Capricorn. Wow, look at Aquarius. So it would have been next. So maybe there's some Aquarius Capricorn cusp. The radical. Look at that. I like that. Right now during this full moon, tapping into some of that Aquarius energy. Pow. That's crazy, huh? Pow. And there's that spacey Aquarius energy. Experimental, rational, unique, liberal, electric, group oriented, humanitarian, free, radical, eccentric, diverse, futuristic, utopian, idiosyncratic, disruptive, edgy, detached. So maybe you're gonna be kind of doing your own thing right now, Capricorn. Whoa. Ah, is this the moon? I don't know if this is the moon. Chiron healing. Maybe you need to do some healing. I'm trying to think, have I ever known like Capricorns to cry? I don't know. Maybe you do need to let out a tear or two. Healing, going in deep. I don't know if it doesn't look like the moon, right? That's not the moon. But there's something there. Maybe going deep. What I'm getting is like all those craters is like things that have hit, right? And it's just kind of taking them until you can't take no more. And so maybe life has made hardened you, right? Maybe it's time to explore that other side of you. And that's crazy, see, because in life, right, when we heal I mean, when we hold on to so much, there's that much more healing to do, right? Obviously, it's beautiful to be able to take stuff, right? It's a survival mechanism, right, to harden ourselves. But then eventually there comes a time when, we have to heal for ourselves. Yeah. Healing powers growth, attends, release, personal development, self-doubt, generational trauma. See, that's a big one. Shame, sensitivity, forgiveness, superpowers, divinity, cleansing, softness, pain. Yeah. Who was the sad one last time? It was more like the Scorpio energy, huh? And now Now it's but I don't know, it feels like it's funny because I'm not feeling all those emotions like with Scorpio. So I think even still, even though Capricorn needs to heal, I still feel this like kind of stoic face, like I'm not gonna show it kind of thing. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Yeah. I don't know. It's funny. Like I don't feel any kind of emotion with that. But it's saying you're gonna need to heal, right? Maybe the full moon, maybe it's not gonna hit until the full moon. All of a sudden Capricorn's gonna be like, uh oh, what's wrong with me? That's interesting because I feel nothing. I feel nothing with this right now. No emotions at all. But I think this is kind of the advice for the full moon. But that's crazy. I feel like a s- oh, no worries. Nah, don't worry about it, Brittany. Thank you. I appreciate you. Do what you can. It's all good. Thank you. But yeah, that Capricorn energy is weird. I don't feel no emotions at all. But that's the advice I'm getting, right? Healing. Oh wow. But this is good. I mean, Seven of Cups in reverse, right? Maybe now you're feeling like you're clearer on things, making a choice, right? With the Ten of Swords, something happened, right? Hey, I mean, everyone heals differently, right? So some kind of Ten of Swords moment, you know, maybe before you were very, oh, I don't know what to, like all these, that's the messed up thing, right? Especially nowadays, it feels like there's so many things to choose from and it leaves people stuck, right? But something happened that made you have to choose, and maybe it hasn't hit you yet that there's gonna be deep healing that has to happen from it. But it looks like all this has led you to some kind of new journey. So that's what I'm getting for Capricorn. It's just weird, like the see my heart's starting to feel a little. Now I'm getting it. So maybe it hasn't hit you yet, right? But it doesn't feel bad. It doesn't feel emotional. It feels more like the healing is gonna make you feel like you can start something new, right? It was just weird. The stone coldness I was feeling was just crazy. I don't think I've really felt something. That's interesting, huh? Capricorn. Wow. But now I felt like this little like things starting to open like a little, like love almost, right? Like that kind of feeling something, right? So I think by the time you heal through all this, I think the full moon's gonna bring it out of you. Maybe it hasn't brought it out yet, Capricorn, but it's gonna bring it out of you. So don't be surprised. All of a sudden, the full moon hits and you start crying or something. Maybe you've been in this stoic energy, right? But yeah, see, my nose is itching. That's crazy. So I don't know. Okay, so Capricorn, who's next? Sagittarius. Okay, so Sagittarius. 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 What do we need to know for this full moon for the Sagittarius? Hmm. The South. I like the image here. Oh, this came out for somebody else last time, huh? Because I remember the welcome mat. Physical body outlook, self-image, life philosophy. Maybe you're gonna be looking more at how you present yourself to the world, right? Oh yeah, look at opinions. So, because I think Sagittarius a lot of times don't care too much about what other people think. But maybe there's gonna be something that's gonna, yeah, that's interesting. Because I remember that full moon in Gemini in December was revealing a lot of things about people. Masks were falling off. Things that people, like all these masks that people would wear or fake images or how people viewed them were falling off. It was happening very collectively. So maybe even for Sagittarius, right? And maybe it made you, especially with this full moon. Oh, it's the full moon in Leo, right? And Leo's all about like center stage and being out there. So maybe that's gonna make you look at yourself, how others view you. Because I don't feel like usually Sagittarius really cares, which could be great, a great thing, right? Because that'll get you probably further in life sometimes when you're not being held down by what other people think. Pluto, wow, see? So yeah, that kind of confirms the transformation, right? So obviously you can't transform if you stay the same. So it's something different to what you're used to. But that's and it's gonna like an eruption, right? That's pretty cool. I like it. I love the vultures because they're called the golden purifier, right? They're the ones that come clean up everything. So I feel like you've gone through a huge transformation or you're in the process of it. Renewal, inner resources, basic instinct, motivation, personal power, evolution, cycles, death, rebirth, subversion, suspicion, obsession, taboos, clearing. See, that's what I was talking about, the vultures, the golden purifiers. I don't know, those crystals are jumping out at me like, there's a lot of knowledge, right? Some of these crystals take, I don't even know, right? Probably thousands of years to form or longer, right? There's something deep there. I feel like you're really gonna tap into, even with the volcano, right? The pressure, right? Maybe pressure has made you like the diamond in the rough, right? And all that pressure is gonna make you into something incredible, right? Like, yeah, interesting. Very interesting. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what else they gotta say, because I don't know. I feel like this is gonna be a good time for Sagittarius. Like the transformation is gonna look good on you. In other words, I got chills. Like, so the transformation is good, right? Whoa. Wow, look at, oh shoot. Wow, everything's just flipping. That's crazy. But look at what came out first. Victory. Bam. So that, what was I saying? The transformation is gonna look good on you. Victory. Good news. That's crazy. See, fame, fama's fame, right? Maybe you'll be celebrated, something. You're gonna step, with the help of the Leo energy, right? For the full moon, maybe stepping out into the spotlight, right? That's pretty. Maybe even just amongst like your family group, right? The Three of Wands and the Four of Wands came out, right? Celebration, family. Maybe that. Maybe you were having problems with family and you're finally gonna care what they think, so you're gonna change. You're gonna transform. You're gonna realize that it's like a group effort, right? Maybe if you've been self-centered, now you're gonna be more conscious, right? And I think people are gonna take notice. People are gonna see the transformation in a good light, right? And you're seeing this already, right? Maybe it hasn't happened yet. Maybe it's gonna be a work in progress, but something's gonna make you step into that. And I think it's gonna lead to something beautiful, right? That's what I'm getting. Or if you were in a place where, so maybe going somewhere else, something, right? Because I'm getting different reads. But overall, whatever change you're making is gonna be good, right? It's gonna look good on you. That's what I heard. So that's the message for Sagittarius. Yeah. Are you a Sagittarius? Suzanne? Suzanne or Suzanne? I don't know how you pronounce that with the Z, but yeah, the questions are at the end for only one jazz. Yeah. The questions are gonna be at the end. But I mean maybe I'll answer something during the you know, going through the signs. So let me see. That was Sagittarius. Last time I did them the regular way, so this time I'm going backwards. I just got to remember the order. And I think I closed the other window. Shoot. Okay, so who's after Sagittarius? It's Scorpio, right? Yeah, Scorpio. Okay. So let's see what Scorpio. Oh, okay. Yeah, I connect to Sag. Wow, my dog, she's a Sagittarius, so it's funny. She's a character. What? This came out again for it happened, so I almost wanted to reshuffle it, but hey, this came out for I mean it just came out for Sag, right? Interesting. So what is Scorpio going through something similar? Let me see. Now I have to over shuffle because I'm like, why did it? I know it happens a lot, right? Obviously, collective energy. We'll all be going through a lot of similar things. So, but now I'm just like, okay, let me. It's always interesting. I think they're confirming though that yeah, that's what because I got chills everywhere. So I feel like that is kind of the similar energy. So Scorpio, maybe you'll be looking at yourself as well. All of a sudden, huh? Now Scorpio's gonna care what. I mean, I don't know if Scorpios normally care what other people think. I don't think so, right? Wow, look at. And I know this was kind of the theme with Scorpio last time, my feelings. So I don't know, maybe the moon is gonna bring out a lot of feelings for you, Scorpio, which doesn't surprise me. I don't know who this came out for the other day when I did the reading. Was it Pisces? I think it was Pisces. That's crazy. Instinct nurturing. Yeah, so self-care too, right? With the self. Maybe that involves self-care, right? Looking at yourself. Maybe you're gonna feel a little more private. You're not gonna really want to be out and about during this full moon. Or maybe you're already feeling that energy. Looking at habits that you have, being in your feminine energy. Hmm, interesting. I think you were the most emotional sign the other day too, right? Scorpio. Ah, look at as I split the deck. There's Scorpio. Maybe you're really reflecting right now. Wow, my whole gut's just lighting up like crazy. So, yeah, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I'll get to Taurus, but Taurus is all like what? Second to the last? Let me see. Wow, okay. See, there's collective energies, right? Because and who did this come out for? I think it was Aquarius, right? So maybe financial new opportunities with finances coming up. And it's gonna be connected to some. See, my crown's lighting up, and this is the crown chakra, right? Maybe some kind of new idea is gonna come out of nowhere. You know, always, right? In healing yourself, you learn how to heal others, obviously, right? So Maybe if you do that deep reflection, interesting. Yeah, my whole crown's lighting up. So there's gonna be some kind of idea that you're gonna get out of nowhere, right? Maybe that, right? Taking that time alone during the full moon. Uh-oh. I got chills everywhere. So I think that because I was seeing what, but I think again, this is like hater energy. Wow. I think it's sad that who got this to Aquarius, right? That as people start doing good, the collective starts doing good, people are gonna be hating. That's crazy. I know Scorpio for sure doesn't mind a good fight, right? So I'm not worried. Oh, and there's Leo too, right? So it's gonna probably bring that out like that F around and find out energy, right? So I'm not worried about Scorpio. I think you'll be able to stand your ground fairly easily, right? Or maybe avoid conflicts. Take it out, it resonates, right? Because this is a throat chakra, so maybe you don't really even need to. If you do, then obviously, right? I don't think anyone needs to tell you about speaking up, right? Scorpio. Yeah, my whole gut lit up. So I feel like it's more hater energy. Wow. The haters are gonna be coming out this year, huh? Like people, there were so many cycles that closed last year that I think people that didn't do the work and didn't close out cycles are just gonna be hating, watching people, you know, standing in their power, like, progressing, right? That's crazy. Is this gonna be like the year of the haters then, or that's crazy. So I guess just be careful with conflicts, right? Scorpio, something about you digging deep into those feelings, I feel is gonna be what's gonna give you new ideas, right? Maybe career wise, but it's gonna seemingly come out of nowhere. So I think, see, my whole crown keeps lighting up. I feel like you're just gonna get some kind of idea, inspiration out of nowhere that's gonna be related to finances, right? So yeah, so just but yeah, there's gonna be your kids are wanting you to say, I like to move it, move it. What's that? My kids are wanting you to say, I like to move it, move it. That's funny. What movie is that from? Um, I'm seeing a lion in my head, right? Isn't that about like the whole I don't know, something with animals, right? The cartoon. They're on an island somewhere or something. I don't know. I know it's not Jumanji. That's that movie. I don't know why that popped in my head. Because 100% I know it's not Jumanji, but yeah, that's funny. Okay. So Scorpio, who's next? Libra, right? Okay. Let's get into Libra. Was Libra in their feelings too the other day that I don't think so, right? I think it was Scorpio was the one. Wow. Ah, that's funny because that's the name of this deck. I don't think this has ever came out before, has it? The Numinous Mystery. Wow, so is Libra's tapping in, right? I like this one. I don't know why that looks like potatoes to me. Like when they're, I like potatoes. The Numinous Mystery. The Numinous. Wow. The unknown. See, tapping in. The unknowable ESP psychic abilities. The cosmos. Wow, Libra's going in deep, huh? Universal truth, oneness, source, the unnameable shadow work, inner knowing, tingling, ghosts, other worlds. I like this energy. The occult, enigmas, intuition. Wow, that's pretty cool. Hmm. So yeah, for sure. Let us know, Libro. What kind of wow? Look at that. Talking about let us know, and Mercury comes out communication. So for sure, let the collective know, Libra, if you're having all these, maybe you're gonna have contact, right? Maybe you're gonna have a visitation, whatever comes out, right? I feel like they're gonna be using you if you, man, my whole crown is lighting up again. So I'm sure they're gonna use you as that, the messenger, right? If you choose to, right? If you don't block it, they're gonna, wow, look at, and the parrots are starting, the parrots, right? As I said that, right? If you allow them to, they're gonna definitely use you as a messenger, Libra. So you're gonna be super tapped in. That's interesting. So bring us the message, Libra. Muse, wonder, curiosity, right? I think that's one of the biggest tools you could use because if you're curious enough, you'll do it. Even if you're afraid or something, I think curiosity always wins over, right? That's why curiosity killed the cat because it's like, screw it. I'm, I know I'm gonna die, but I'm gonna do it anyways, right? I like it. There was a little bee on my windshield the other day, so, and it hitched the ride with me for miles, so that's pretty funny. Yeah, okay. So let's see what else for Libra during this full moon. Man, I got chills too everywhere, so that's crazy. Wow. And see, it's like receptive energy, right? So however you take it, just being very receptive, being in that feminine energy, right? So that's gonna probably heighten your intuition like crazy, psychic abilities, everything. Mm. It's weird. I'm almost feeling like this sensual connection to the cosmos, to the other world, right? Not like in a creepy way, right? Not like succubus or incubus visiting you or nothing like that, right? But just in a very merging way, right? And with that sacral chakra that jumped out at me too, right? So yeah, wow. I like it though. I like the energy. It doesn't feel negative at all. It's just if you choose to be open, right? I know sometimes things can be scary, right? Like it says, you might be seeing spirits, all this stuff. Maybe some UFOs will visit you. I don't know. It's cool though. I like that energy a lot. Whoa. Okay. Hmm. Maybe be careful with your finances at this time, right? Just really plan ahead. That's interesting. I wonder why. Or have you been having kind of I don't know. I feel like if you've been having trouble with finances, once you get in this receptive energy, things are gonna start flowing, right? So if you have been in some kind of financial restraints, I feel like the universe wants to collaborate with you anyways. So I think it's almost like that. Like like you'll be the universe's empress, so to speak, if you allow for that to happen, right? And I feel like if you're bringing messages, they're gonna take care of you somehow, some way, right? So if you've been worried about finances, I feel like that'll turn around. But it's almost like, yeah, it's almost like in you co-creating with the universe, right? Bringing messages, being that vessel. Oh, it does. Okay, so I that's what I was hearing, right? Almost like that, like you're bringing forth like spirit's baby, so to speak, right? Because you're bringing the messages, co-creating. You'll be taken care of. So I think that's pretty much the message, right? It is almost not like, well, it is what it is, right? It is almost like you scratch the universe's back, it'll scratch yours, right? So it is, I didn't want to make it sound like, hey, nothing's free kind of thing, but it is kind of like, hey, if, you know, It's probably why you came anyways, right? It's kind of like remembering why you're here, right? So when you remembering why you're here and what you're here to do for the universe will look after you too. So not make it more complicated, right? That's what I'll, that's kind of the message for, yeah, beats are awesome. Oh, Libra risings. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's funny. I have a friend that's Libra rising. And yeah, they're like, yeah, super tapped in. So that's true. Absolutely. Okay, so who's next? Libra, Virgo, right? Virgo. Virgo. I don't know how to pronounce this, so Quincunx, Quincunx, I think complexity. Oh, this came out last time for somebody, right? So maybe look at that. Maybe Virgo's gonna be having a visit as well, right? Maybe you're gonna be Libra Virgo cusp. If there's any Virgo Libra cusp, right? That's funny. Hmm. I don't know what's up with those little things. Don't I hope you're not addicted to some kind of medicine or something. I don't know what made me say that, but if there's any collective, take it easy. Take it easy on that with Virgos. Educates, transforms. See, yeah, maybe you're being used as well. Educates and transforms. You're gonna be helping the collective during this time. And you're ruled by Mercury, right, Virgo? So maybe that's part of your job as well, right? To be bringing the messages. So let us know as well if you get a little UFO visitation. Complexity. Ah, interesting. You're gonna bring the missing puzzle piece, right? Ascendant. Ah, look at see the missing puzzle piece, the key to open the door. Outlook, worldview, mission statement. See, it's part of your mission to, to bring. I mean, it's all your choice, whatever it is. Take it. Maybe there's something else at this moment that you're focusing on, but maybe there you'll be aware of what you're. I keep messing that one. Remember your soul mission, right? So maybe there's something that's gonna be brought to light. Outer self, point of view, body image, aura, likeness, approach, impact, first impressions. Maybe you're gonna be feeling yourself too, right? Maybe there's gonna be like confidence in knowing who you are, right? Imagine like, I don't know, I think there is, right? Sometimes, and it's not like in an egotistical way, but at the same time, it is kind of, it's pretty cool, right? When you're getting messages from the spirit world and everything, is like, oh, okay. Like, I don't know. There is something in that, right? Yeah, look at. I feel like there's gonna be something coming quick, communication, right? Yeah, wow. So maybe my whole gut lit up. Maybe you're gonna be on that same boat as Libra. You two are gonna be being used as messengers right now, right? That's funny. Something new. Hmm. I heard public speaking, so I don't know if some of you are interested in that. Maybe there'll be some kind of opportunity in that. Oh, and that's Virgo, huh? Okay, so that kind of that's the confirmation then. Virgo, Mercury. So there it is. That's so funny. Yeah. Hmm. That one just feels to the point. There's really nothing That one just feels to the point. And it feels very Virgo-ish, right? It's like there, okay, I got the message. Like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like I really need to say anything else. That's cool. Virgos are smart, huh? It's like, all right, cool, thank you. Yeah, yeah, maybe that, right? Yeah, because it's sometimes like getting that. Imagine, like, maybe a lot of people don't realize that, right? People are more scared of like, how are people gonna look at me? People are gonna think I'm crazy. But there should be confidence in that. Like, damn, like, okay, I'm being used to deliver this message. Then, hey, okay, well, then let me deliver it, right? Maybe that's that same energy too. Like, oh, this is the year of the haters, right? Haters are gonna be like, well, why? Why are they talking to you? Why aren't they talking to me? It's funny. I got chills everywhere. It reminds me the first time I didn't know who Cardi B was, and the very first I don't even think I knew her name when I saw that video. But I saw a video it popped up on one of my feeds about like where she's like, I don't know, God chose me or something, right? And it was like I was like, oh wow, I like that because the way she said it, she's like, I don't freaking know, like she's like, God chose me, and that was it. Really, nothing to explain, right? So that's kind of that thing. Maybe Virgo will have that light bulb, like I don't know, but shit, God, whatever, God, spirit world, whoever chose me. So hey, let me put on my best clothes, right? Let me look the part. Then I don't know, something like that. Where the hell's my phone? Oh shoot, what? I'll look at that as confirmation. My phone started ringing. I gotta turn off my ringer though. Okay, so who's next? Leo, right? It's your moon, Leo. So let's see. Hmm. Interesting. Well, intimacy. I forgot who got that too. Intimacy and relating. So maybe you're gonna be in that lovey-dovey energy too, Leo. And that almost looks like a heart, right? And Leo rules the heart. Seventh and eighth house. I like it how it's just like bam, bam, right? Or however, I think actually this one came out first. So counting down to something. Interesting. Partners, compassionate, companionship, best friends, maybe compassionate too. Companionship, compassionate, best friends, marriage. Ah, balanced, right? Maybe you're gonna be stepping into a balanced relationship. Maybe the full moon's gonna highlight something, right? It's gonna reveal something. Maybe a connection that you didn't know was there. Maybe something intimacy though. See, I like that because see, that reminds me of the little evil eye amulet, right? So maybe it's good, right? Feel protected. I don't know who else this came out for, but feel protected that you're being protected from any haters, right? Maybe haters don't want to see you happy or in this lovey-dovey energy, a balanced energy, right? I like that that jumped out at me right now. Social awareness, justice, balance, social awareness. Maybe you've been out there, right? Protesting about all the things going on right now. Or maybe that full moon's gonna amplify it, right? Maybe you're gonna want to speak out more. Uh-oh. That's weird. I got a strange like headache thing right here, right? So maybe something is protecting you from haters, right? Maybe someone trying to send you some negative energy, right? So you need to get yourself a little evil eye amulet or something. Yeah, that was weird. It went away after, but I felt that almost like this weird kind of headache thing trying to come in. So, damn, Leo, you're gonna have the the year of the haters. Wow, I wouldn't have thought like, but that's, hmm. But it makes sense, right? Some people just don't like to see other people happy, It's weird. It's weird. Look at that, what's underneath the star, right? Very fitting, right? It's gonna be your full moon, the star. Damn, and it went back in, but the Nine of Wands came out too, which see, it's because people don't know everything that you've been through, right? That's where people, that's why the hating stuff doesn't make sense because, and there it is, Leo energy, bam. Maybe people are gonna be hating on your charisma, right? They're gonna, they're gonna be like, I can't stand Leo, but it's funny because that Nine of Wands, it did pop out, but I accidentally put it back in. So, I don't think people realize what you went through to get to the point that you're at, right? Because a lot of Leos are very kind of cheerful, right? Obviously they could have their little grumpy sides and stubborn and all that stuff, but you know, they have no problem really being in the spotlight. Uh-oh. But I think this kind of confirms, see again, I think you already went through all this, right? I don't think you already went through. See, and right now I felt more like a soothing thing on the heart. I feel like your heart is being soothed from whatever you went through, right? That's funny that I keep just like massaging the heart. It feels like you really already did the work, right? Didn't this come out last time for you too? I don't know. Yeah, I think people don't realize what you've been through. So this feels very deserving, right? Huh. Interesting. Damn, twice I got that little headache thing, right? Damn, that's crazy. Wow. Look at the Queen of Wands, and then as I split the deck, the King of Wands is there. So maybe a divine pair. There's gonna be a divine union. Wow, I got chills all the way down my back. So I feel like you're gonna be coming into a nice union, Leo, and it's very well deserved, right? It's very well deserved. So yeah, it might be someone from the past. I don't know. There's some kind of nostalgia here, right? Or maybe just someone, it might have not even been someone that you were with, but just maybe someone that you met and things never actually got off the ground, something, right? Who knows? Something like that. I got chills all the way down my back, so I don't know. That feels like that might have been the message right there. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I feel like that. Yeah, just be careful with the haters and get yourself a little you have Leo? I mean, I know we all have all the signs, but where's your Leo at Oh, that's right. Duh. Yeah, that's right. Brittany. I forgot. Yeah, yeah. So no stank eye exactly. North Node in Leo. Okay. I feel like you're gonna be wow. See, like I think you have your sword ready, right? And this is kind of it's a little more careless kind of energy. So I feel like if someone comes at you, you're not gonna have a problem like at this moment, right? Right now, I feel like maybe because that you're very aware of what you went through, so you'll have no problem like shut your mouth, right? Like to any kind of haters or something, right? See, it says someone that's very like has no remorse for someone's feelings or stuff, right? Like if someone comes at you, I feel like you have no problem swinging that sword. So I think you're good. So yeah, I pulled the next one for you. It's your full moon anyway. So there you go. So after Leo is who? Cancer? Cancer, right? Yeah, yeah. Get with that sort of truth. So hey, it is what it is. Cancer, right? Ah, and look at as I split the deck. There's Cancer showing up already. So that's funny. Cancer. Whoa. Ah, who did this come out for last time? Jupiter. So luck is on your side right now, Cancer. I think this is what I use for the thumbnail. Yeah, for the last all signs. Enthusiasm, optimism, generosity, benevolence, beliefs, luck, seeking, travel. Maybe you'll be traveling. Did this come out for Cancer last time? I remember that about someone traveling. Wow, I think it was Cancer, wasn't it? I'll have to go back and look at the other one. But luck is on your side. Interesting. Wonder if it was for Cancer. Whoa. Maybe you're gonna hop on a UFO. This came out again, Quincunx complexity. Maybe traveling to discover something, right? Who did it come out with last time about? It was like about, I don't know why I delivered that message. Like if you were adopted or something, maybe going to find your birth parents to find out where you come from. It was something deep, right? I don't know if it was with Cancer, but maybe you'll find out like the star people you come from, right? Or something. Hmm. Interesting. Expansion, something though. Maybe you're gonna go to Vegas and gamble, or I don't know what other places. Since I'm closer to here, I know about Vegas. I don't know what other places people go. Rolling the dice. Maybe that's part of your travel. Maybe you're planning to travel to Vegas or something. Who knows? Let's see. Answer. Oh, it was Capricorn? Capricorn was the one with the dice? Or the die? How do you say it? Die, right? Die is plural and dice is the one, right? Cancer full moons. Mama Guadalupe. Oh, really? Someone showed me. Wow, look at that. Yeah. I think last time Cancer was in search of like, or it was something about ancient knowledge, right? Wow, I think Cancers are really tapping in right now too. Patience, confianza, confidence. So you're probably feeling really empowered right now, which you should, right? Like that Jupiter energy. I don't know. Jupiter to me is really powerful, right? Hmm, that's interesting. Maybe you'll just know, right? It's like one of those things like maybe you should go play a slot machine, right? Just don't blame me, but maybe you already know what machine to go to and like with a little intuition and luck, right? Not a bad combination. Go hit the jackpot. I wasn't expecting this. So what are you in your head about, Cancer? Okay, let me pull one more and then I'll go to what are you in your head about? I kind of feel like I already know, but let's see. Like one of the things, ah, that's what I was kind of thinking, like relationship stuff, and it looks like you're going towards leaving something behind, but it doesn't have to be, right? Maybe you're leaving a job behind, maybe that because of all that, right? Like the knowledge you're attaining, it's making you want to go towards something now. I mean, not making you, I think you're already on that journey. And maybe there's just a little bit of getting up in your head about it, which is normal, right? It's okay. There's always that doubt, did I make the right decision? Am I going on the right path? But I think you're getting all the signs. You're probably just questioning it, but I feel like they're showing you all the signs, right? I feel like you're even that, right? That maybe the quizás is maybe, right? With the heart chakra, maybe you're feeling very maybe-ish about it, right? Like, oh, is this gonna make me happy? But I feel like it's calling to you, right? It's calling to you. So I feel like luck is on your side though. Wow, you got this too. Interesting. Maybe you're cusping with who did I just Leo, right? With the sword of truth, right? Chopping away. But it almost feels like this is for yourself. Like if you're having an internal dialogue, oh, you might be cusping with Gemini too, right? So, you know, have different voices in your head. So any Gemini knows about that, right? So maybe you're having an argument with yourself, right? Or not argument, discussion, and you're like, but that sort of truth is gonna cut through that, right? That's like one of the like standing on one shoulder, like there, shut up, right? Like, we made the right choice or something. That's interesting. Maybe look at the clouds. Those clouds are really jumping out at me. Maybe you even got in signs in the clouds. I see that stuff. I'll see a whole story in the clouds. And like, unless someone's with me, I could show them literally, like, look at that. It's like telling a whole story, right? Or things like that. I've gotten things and then, or I've seen things in the cloud, and then before the day is over, they'll appear like in this 3D reality, right? And I'm like, dude, you can't even, how is that even possible, right? But the clouds will tell you stories. So maybe you're gonna start noticing that, or start looking. I feel like you've already been noticing things maybe in the clouds. Maybe you don't want to believe it or something, but yeah. So if you're not paying attention to the clouds, maybe if you ever need confirmations about something, look at the clouds. It's almost like, didn't they do that in the Lion? Oh no, in the Lion King. Isn't that? It's not even a conspiracy. They proved it, right? That don't the clouds spell out sex or something? Something crazy like that, which is creepy because they did it on a kids movie, right? But yeah, but that really happens, right? So I feel like they're gonna spell something out for you, you know? So yeah, I just feel like things are gonna look at this is under to Libra. Libra justice, right? So I don't think you should be up in your head, right? About anything right now. That's really to the point, right? Um, if you are up in your head, it's all you're doing, right? Like you're putting yourself up in your head, which is really what it always is. But I feel like there's gonna be that little voice inside you that's gonna be like, okay, shut up. But it's gonna be yourself, right? Like your higher self almost checking you, right? Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. Oh, really? Wow. That's funny. I hope, here a lot of times when it's a full moon, like it'll get all cloudy and yeah, so that always sucks. Hey, Poppy Cave, how's it going? Okay, so this is Gemini now. Good old Gemini. Let's see. Hopefully it's all sunshine and rainbows. Hopefully Gemini doesn't have like the haters too, right? My gut's lighting up already, so I'm hoping it's gonna be. Good stuff. Pluto, transformation. Okay, so Gemini is going through a transformation too. But I love it. That's like one of my favorite things, right? Like the vulture, the golden purifier. They always appear when there's something going on, right? And look at the diamond in the rough thing too. See? All the pressures, everything like have created something. Renewal, inner resources, basic instinct, motivation, personal power, evolution, composting, cycles, death, rebirth, subversion, suspicion, obsession, intensity, reckoning, taboos, clearing extremes. Wow. Okay. So what else for Gemini? Let me shuffle. I don't know why. Whenever like the same cards come out, I always want to give it an extra shuffle just to make sure. Wow. Reputation. I like that. Look at that king and queen kind of energy, huh? Reputation, 10th house. Career responsibilities, achievement, competence, fame. It sounds very Gemini-ish. Notoriety, standing, authority figures, legacy, purpose. Pinnacle, the patriarchy, empire. Ah, maybe you're building an empire, right? With that transformation, Gemini. I like it. Lights, camera, action. That's what I heard. Hmm. Interesting. All right. What else for Gemini? What else for Gemini? Oh man, there's the freaking hater card. How did I know? The freaking hater card. Right now, that's what I'm getting. I don't know. It's not like just be careful, Gemini, with the conflicts. I know Gemini has no problem too, like telling telling people about themselves if it comes down to it. But see, that's a good thing, right? It's like, things going good and then people start hating, right? Like the conflict cards. That's what it feels like. Like all these things feel like, see, I got chills all the way down. So everything right now feels like that. People just, so many people today, right, that I've tapped into their energy, like that did the work. I feel like people that closed out cycles did the work and are starting new things or falling in love or doing all these things. There's gonna be people hating. Oh, I should have showed you. It was the Hierophant, right? So when I talked about falling, maybe marriages, maybe different things, right? Even that, right? Ace of Wands, inspiration, all kinds of things. People just people just hating. Wow, look at that. Bam, 10 of cups. So now people are gonna want to hate more on the Gemini. 10 of cups. X marks the spot. Man, that's crazy. Man, I like it, right? Feeling very rooted, very the root chakra, right? Wow, look at, see, this is kind of, it could be, right? Sometimes like yeah, so see, learning things, unions, right? Compromising. Recompensa means kind of like a payment, right? For it's due too. See, it's like very fair. It's almost like the Leo energy, right? Of something being fair because you studied it, right? Ganancias is gains, right? So it's something that you've earned, right? You work towards it, or you're going to work towards it, right? You're going to work towards it. Yeah, interesting. Let's see if it comes out again. Okay, one more for Gemini then. Yeah, just be careful then about the whole. But it looks like things are gonna be going good, right? There it is. Wow. See, I told you this one had when I said the lovers thing, I told you the Hierophant peaked out and it popped out. Maybe marriages, right? Something's going good, right? With the Ten of Cups, so a lot of probably emotional happiness, and then obviously that's gonna make people upset, right? Education. See, there's the education again. So it's stuff that you've dedicated yourself to, right? Learning, maybe very spiritual as well, obviously, right? Doing what's right. Damn, do people hate for you doing what's right even? Compromising again, right? The compromise was right here too. Compromising, marriage, religion and spirituality, connection to the divine. Maybe people are gonna that number five too, change. Right? Maybe you help lead because it says searching for like when you search for someone to help guide you in life, right? So maybe you work as a guide for others and all that, right? So just be careful with the yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, no, I like it. I like it a lot. Yep. And as I lifted this, look at the Wheel of Fortune, another 10, right? 10, 10. So it's yeah. Okay. So who's next? Gemini, Taurus, right? Taurus, and then that's it, right? Taurus, and then the last one's Aries. I think that's it, right? Yeah, Taurus and then Aries, and then that's it. And then if anyone hung around, I'll open it up for questions. I kind of wanted to go in deeper, but I was like, man, like for everybody, but I was like, I could already feel I was in a really calm mood today. So I was like, man, I'll take forever. I'll be on here for like 3 hours doing everyone's. Oh, that one just, I don't know if you saw that one. Just flew. Oh, again, ascending. Wow. Okay. But since it flew out, I know I shuffled the deck because I forgot who Virgo, right? This came off. Oh, well, your fellow Earth sign, right? So that makes sense. Taurus, the same thing, right? Taurus is the high priestess as well, right? That's hmm. Worldview, mission statement, expression, effect, role, mark, attitude, outer self, point of view, body image, aura. Maybe that. Maybe you're hitting the gym too, right? I don't know why. Why did I say that about Virgo? There was something, another card that came out as well, right? Oh yeah, there was something, and then with the key, right? But this, let's see. Well, let's see what else comes out. But it feels like because Outlook is jumping out at me too. Like your Outlook, it feels like you're in better spirits. Maybe you went through something too, right? So much of the collective was going through things that, let's see, Outlook. Oh, 11th house. 11th house. The edge. Interesting. What is that? I don't even know what that. It almost looked like dragonfly wings. It is a dragonfly, right? Are those dragonfly wings or a dragonfly underneath that? Look at him. There's the little astronaut. Ah, hmm. I like that 11 though. It's jumping out. Friendships, group, creativity, community, humanity, hope, tribe, festivals, discoveries, common goals, startups, rebellion. Ah, experimentation, the future. I think this came out last time too about partnerships, right? Collaborations and all that. My whole gut's lighting up. So I think maybe that, right? There's gonna be a lot of collaboration coming in for you, Taurus. Oh, and you know the high priestess too, right? With the 11, it's like the towers, right? She's sitting in between the two towers. But let's see, right? I don't want to jump the gun if I don't know if that's what's being emphasized right now. Definitely self-care, right? Looking after yourself. But I feel like you're in that energy, right? Maybe some of you Tauruses right now have been hitting the gym, being a little more fashion conscious, right? Maybe the stuff you're wearing. For some reason, my crown's lighting up, so I feel like you have to pay maybe more attention to that, right? Let's see. Whoa. Oh man. Oh wow. Okay. Well, there it is. They came out together. So the high priestess again, and so okay. So there is something, right? You are tapping into something. Hmm. I'm feeling something with the throat. Maybe you're kind of not speaking up about the knowledge you're getting. You're holding yourself back because I'm feeling that right here, the tightness in the throat. So maybe you haven't. I mean, you're in the process, right? Maybe you haven't gotten that confidence 100%. Maybe it's connected to that, right? Like you feel like for some reason, looking your best is gonna help you speak out. Like it's gonna build your confidence. Maybe you're somehow you're balancing out your inner confidence with your outward confidence, right? So in order, wow, yeah, because it's really tightening up right here. You almost feel like in order for you to be strong enough to like speak what you're getting, from the spirit world, from your higher self, from wherever, from source, it's tied into you feeling confident on the outside as well, right? And you're having trouble right now. Like my throat's tightening up a lot, so yeah. Yeah, yeah, being calm. Yeah, no, I just didn't want to drag it out because I'm like I was way too calm, and I have coffee right here, and I just didn't. I didn't want to take a sip, but um, yeah. So Taurus right now, I don't know what it is. You're yeah, my throat got. It hasn't happened for any of the other signs. My throat got really tight, so I don't know what's keeping you like that. Almost like you speaking up is tied out. Look at that. I'm even about to. You speaking up is literally tied into how you're feeling, almost like that, like someone that's gonna post something on social media and rather than just like, hey, I got the message here, let me make a video real quick. It's like, no, wait, I gotta comb my, I gotta do my hair first. I gotta put on this, gotta put on, if you obviously if you're a woman, the makeup or something, right? Like, so there's something like that, right? You keep holding yourself back. Like everything has to be, that feels very Virgo-ish, right? Like everything has to be perfect, right? All the crossing the T's, dotting the I's, all that stuff, right? Man, yeah, it didn't happen with any other sign. Like you're the only sign that my throat got all super tight. So I don't know why you're struggling with that at this moment. But hey, I guess I mean you're doing it, you're willing to do it. It's not like you're not willing to do it, but it just feels like, you know, you want to look your best, you know, which is interesting. I guess it's a balance of like the spiritual and the physical, right? Which makes sense, because I know a lot of Tauruses that are tapped in, but at the same time, right, Earth signs, so they are very connected to the material world, right? I know a lot of Tauruses that are very that, right? And even when they get spiritual downloads, they want to look at the logical side. Well, oh, it could have happened because of this or that, right? But they're very tapped in, but they always come with the logical thing, right? As well. So that makes sense actually. That's funny as I split the deck. Tower, I feel like Yeah. Just try not to be in your head because maybe if you kind of already agreed to something, right, with the spirit world, right? And you're not doing kind of what you're supposed to do, I don't want those towers there. But I mean, it's free will and all, right? And look at that. The high priestess and the Hierophant under Taurus too. That's your energy, right? And I think the high priestess is Taurus energy too, right? Wow. So yeah, I feel like they're really trying to communicate through you. And so don't be up in your head about it. Cause yeah, it went away now, but wow, like that was just so much tightness kept happening. Ah, and on the it felt more on the left side, right? That was interesting. Cause usually the throat I just feel it, but it felt more on the which is the feminine side, right? So yeah, that receptivity, like you're getting it all. Like it feels like things are coming in real easy. It's just you're hesitant to let it just flow through, right? That's it. Just let it flow through. It comes in super easy, but then it gets stuck, right? On its way out to share, right? Interesting. Okay. Anything else? Or I think that was enough message. Let's see if something else wants to come up. Man, I don't know what that's about. I should have just stopped at that, right? Taurus, Ten of Swords. Why? Did something happen? Maybe look into past life stuff because it popped in my head. So maybe you're still carrying wounds from something that happened. Or maybe if you try to speak up in this, that could happen, right? Maybe you were around the wrong people where when you try to speak up about spiritual stuff in the past, you were shot down, right? Made almost look foolish or something. Or it could be past life stuff as well. Or both, right? Like it continued. You went through this stuff in a past life, and then in this life, there you are again with people. But you obviously you're supposed to overcome it, right? It's a beautiful thing when it happens again because then you can overcome it. So there's something with that, right? There was a heavy thing that you've experienced with that in this life or as well. That's why, yeah, my stomach almost wanted to turn too. So yeah, maybe there's something with that that makes you kind of like you don't let it flow out. Excuse me. Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, wow, I even felt like a pain right here in the neck, right? Maybe it was a masculine energy, right? And that's the thing, right? Or unless your masculine side, right? But I felt like this pain right here on my neck, like, so maybe, man, I keep feeling that pain in the neck right here. What in the world? So, yeah, maybe you dealt with the masculine energy that was very dismissive of the spiritual, right? So just, yeah, try not to. Wow, Aries. So for Aries, we got 10th house reputation, right? Who did that come out for Gemini too, right? Career responsibilities, achievement, competence, fame, notoriety, standing, authority figures, legacy, purpose, pinnacle of the patriarchy empire, right? So maybe Aries as well, right? You're focused on building your empire. King and queen again, right? That's funny. My third eye is kind of swelling up right now, so that's hmm. Maybe it does have a spiritual component to it, right? So this is the last time, right? Aries. We're on Aries, and then I'll open it up for man, it's still lingering on from I don't know if it's from Taurus, but it's not bad how I could still feel like a slight maybe that was just heavy energy, right? Oh, my incense here. Let me light some. Let me clear out this energy because I want to make sure it's maybe unless it is from Aries as well, right? Pain on the masculine side. Interesting. Okay, so what else for Aries? Oh, you don't want to talk now, huh? Whoa, those 200. Well, they did kind of. I don't know. That felt like. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna flip. Oh, Saturn wisdom. Oh, whoa, interesting. Wow, they came out together. I didn't see. Surrender hits the ride, right? So Saturn wisdom. Maybe you were going through a Saturn return. Maybe you are, right? If you see all the rings on the tree, right? That's like the wisdom, right? So obviously, the Saturn return can be a very heavy time, very revealing time, things that you need to work on. And it's interesting how here they put it very shadowy, right? Discipline, structure, time, responsibility, tests. So maybe you were going through a lot of tests, right? But it's all to push you somewhere, right? And surrendering, very important. Structure, time, responsibility, test, ambition, difficulty, restraint, grounding, difficulty, see, practicality, self control, tradition, realism, container bones, maturity, gravity, scaffolding. And scaffolding is used, right, to like a building, right? If you think of scaffolding, it's like it almost feels like going upward one step at a time, right? Like when they put the scaffolding on a building, it's almost like steps, right? I heard like baby steps. That's what popped in my head. So, and that's probably what surrendering, right? It wasn't about whatever journey that you've been on for Aries, right? There had to be a surrendering, right? Right? Obviously in the Rider Waite, the Aries is like the emperor, right? And the emperor can be stubborn, can be like immovable, right? So obviously maybe that Saturn return, right? And regardless if it wasn't your Saturn return, that's the energy that's coming out, right? So maybe this full moon is gonna highlight that again, right? If you haven't if last year you weren't closing out the cycles and all that, but it's all for a reason, right? Like the 12 feels like a graduation, like I said earlier, right? Surrendering. Subconscious mind, compassion, dreams, karma. See, so some things are karmic baggage, trance states. That's interesting. The healing, spiritual development, maybe guilt as well. Guilt, when I read that, it sent chills all down. So if there's things you feel guilt about, right? You release the guilt. If there's things that you need to set right with the karma, you set it right. If there's people you need to forgive, you forgive, right? And maybe you'll be able, maybe if it calls to you, right? Having someone look at your Akashic records, or maybe you yourself, right? If you could tap into that, look at, obviously with the Akashic records, right? When I've looked into people's Akashic records, like I've even been shown where I can look, but sometimes they're letting me know that I shouldn't reveal certain things to somebody because the journey that they're on, they don't need to know everything at that moment, right? Like that's not part of what needs to be revealed at that moment. So they shown me that, right? But yeah, if it calls to you, maybe looking at that, right? Your Akashic record, even there might be something that, wow, there you are, Aries. Maybe you're starting to see something, right? Starting to see the direction that you want to go, right? To get you to that empire, right? Maybe you're starting to see something that you want to build that empire. But see right there, looking towards the future, having confidence in yourself, making plans, new experiences. That's interesting. Wow, you came out in your own reading. So, anything else for Aries? I mean, I think the if there's advice, it's obviously surrender. Wow, there you are again, though, the tower. The tower. So if you either you hit a tower or you're about to hit a tower. If you're not surrendering, if you're not listening to spirit, to the guidance. The good thing is though that, right? Obviously from the ashes, right? You start building something again. Maybe you had some kind of because the tower comes, it doesn't feel like a maybe. It feels like there's something wasn't on solid ground, right? So you can't build an empire on something that's all flimsy and unstable, right? So you have to have that tower hit, have it come crashing down. So yeah. And this feels more like, right, this is kind of the energy, not the emperor energy right now of someone that's immovable. And I mean it'd be beautiful if you were in that, but right now it feels more like this, right? Like the Yeah, I got you. Like the planning stages, right? Seeing towards the future. So whether the tower already hit or it's about to, I felt like it might have already hit for some of you. So just take it how it resonates, right? Okay, so I think that's it. We made it through. So that's for all the signs, right? Kind of the full moon. I know I kept forgetting to say it during each sign, but that's what I was tapping into. What's gonna be kind of highlighted during this full moon, you know? Yeah. So a few of the signs, right, had the beware of the haters kind of energy. So hey, Marianne, yeah, that's beautiful. Staying, and I think Cancer has been getting a lot of deep messages with connecting to ancient wisdom and everything. So that's beautiful that you're on that journey. What song were you hearing? Oh, Taurus has to do with the neck, really? That's interesting. I didn't know that. Wow. So that's probably why I kept getting that pain right there. That's interesting. Yeah, if anyone has the questions now, thank you, Brittany. Thank you so much for your help. Yeah, if anyone has any questions, go ahead and drop them. I was asking, let me see, it's way back here for anyone that wanted let me see, did this I don't know how to put that mess. I'll just type it again. Let me see. Hey Nelia, how's it going? Yeah, I'll open it up for questions now. Just I'm asking anyone that hasn't already to go like, comment, and hype up my song. I think it's probably the last day to hype it up. Um, and yeah, that's it, right? So that's all. That's a fair trade, fair energy exchange, right? Just go comment, like, and hype the song, and then I'll answer your question, right? I'll pull a card for you. So let me see. So there it is. Okay, so that's the cards of questions. Okay, so if you're asking the question, remember, I'm trusting that you went to the link I put, like, comment, and hype up the song, right? I know not everyone knows how to hype, but at least comment and like. It could be a simple emoji, right? A happy face, I don't care what it is, to help out the algorithm. And yeah, so okay, so all three I don't know how to read it, but the cards of question, should I work with the service faculty of the spirit using Scorpio? I was told to use Aquarius, but Scorpio makes more sense to me. Okay, so let me see. Should you should you work with Osiris? Okay, yes. And with the angel popping out, it's like feels very divinely guided. I don't know why I'm getting patience too. That you have to be patient with it. And that solar plexus energy is Osiris, right? Osiris is that solar energy, right? So I think that's like double confirmation there. Why am I getting again? I got kind of it's a different one from what I got with Taurus, but I got that throat energy again. Was it Taurus? I don't know. Maybe just be very clear when you're speaking. Whatever you're asking, make sure it's very clear. I think that's kind of what I'm getting, right? When you're working with these energies, be very clear on what you're asking for. So that's, you know, yeah, interesting. I mean, it makes sense, right? Obviously, right? You don't, yeah, yeah. So I'll just leave it at that. I won't add my thing to it. Just that. Just be very clear. Whatever you're asking for, ask specifically. But yeah, okay. Mm. Okay, perfect. Yeah, absolutely. That makes sense. Yeah. No, I get it. I get the respecting your, people that are teaching you and your elders or different things. But I feel like the world is changing. Even me, right? Deities have came to me that I never even would have imagined that, yeah, and then so it's just been my whole when it comes to spirituality, yeah, it's it feels like everything's just different, right? Maybe from I mean, no different than someone following a religion, right? And they've been taught that, and that's it. That's so to them, it's super hard to break out of that because that's all they've ever been taught, and anything else is like blasphemous or of the devil or this and that. And so someone might stay stuck in that, but if they have a spiritual awakening, right? Like someone could have an NDE, right? They have to die and come back to break that mold, right? That someone placed on them. So I get it. I get being brought up in a certain way and wanting to respect things, but sometimes, yeah, if things lead you in a different way, as long as you're being led, by your higher self, by source, by something, then hey, follow what you're being shown is best, right? So that's all I'll say with that. Yeah. Okay. So who's next? What is it, man? I need to put my glasses to read this stuff because will Ali will Ali try to contact you soon to reconnect? Okay. Let me see. Will Ali contact you soon? Will Ali contact you soon? Ali contact you soon. Whoa, that one just flew out. Oh man. What is it? It looks like it's the Five of Swords witch. And it's the throat chakra, so no. Did you have a falling out? Was there some sort of miscommunication that happened? Did one of you two self-sabotage it? Because that's the sad part. This feels very like someone fought. Sometimes someone can take something too far. It's weird that energy. I'm feeling this energy is just like, yeah, yeah. I don't know what happened, but I mean, no, I'm getting no. I don't know which one. Maybe whether it was Ali or it was you. Did someone say something hurtful on purpose and then not expect? Or not, it doesn't feel like not expect. Like someone said something. I feel like someone said something mean. It's kind of what I'm getting. I feel like someone said something mean, but if it was you or you feel like you need to reach out but it feels like they're not gonna contact you, right? Or not at this moment, unless, things could always shift, right? All of a sudden, maybe Mercury retrograde, all of a sudden someone gets nostalgia or something, but that's crazy. That word jumped out. Asesinato is like to assassinate something. So I feel like that made my stomach kind of turn. So I don't know. Something was said. Something was said. I don't know. Clarify that for me, or let me know if that makes sense, um, well, let's see who else sending everyone. Thank you, Nelia. Let me see. Yeah, I get it. You don't want to go against. Oh wait, I had already read that comment. Let me see who else. Divine Wrong Tarot, will you be moving again this year? Let's see. Will you be moving again this year? Feels like no. I don't know. Is there other things that you're like, there's gonna be too many responsibilities that look, if this came out under strength, I think like if you really, really wanted to, you can. But there's a lot of things that you're kind of carrying, right? A lot of burdens. Maybe there's, I don't know, a lot of pain, bills or stuff, or other responsibilities that you have. But if you really, 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 really wanted to, you can do it, obviously, right? But it feels like it'd be extra work, right? Like if you just went based on things that you have going on at the moment, it would be like no, right? Like that, you have to overcome the lions, right? To you have to overcome the lion to, yeah. So it's possible, but just off of like normal, right? I got chills everywhere. So just regularly it'd be no, right? But if you really, 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 really wanted to make it happen and put in extra effort, you can make it happen if you want to. So hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Absolutely. What is it? Brittany, what are you saying? You're right. Way like he's saying. What are you talking about? What did I miss? Okay, perfect. Glad it made sense. Oh, your NDE. I was your NDE. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. I got you. I got you. I understand now. Good thing I put on my glasses because I saw it. It looked like it said right, and I was like, huh? Okay. Well, I guess if nobody else has questions, I could end it there. Yeah, yeah. So, NDE. No, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes, no, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, I know, yeah, I know people had questions during, but yeah, if no one else then, probably everyone else already tuned out. I could close it out. Let me see. Should I get a closing message? I almost feel like let's see. Let's see what dark goddess is gonna have our back during to deal with the haters that oof. Ah, look, I said what dark goddess is gonna help us out to deal with the haters. Look at Wild Heart Scotty. I like how she has her arrows ready right there. Scotty Wild Heart and Ishtar sexuality. See, maybe she's like, hey, you ain't gonna get in the way of because I know it was some of that, right? Some of the collective coming into connections and then the haters not liking it. So I guess that's the goddesses that are gonna be helping have our backs, right? Ishtar and Scotty Wildheart. I think everyone's probably most people are familiar with Ishtar, huh? Let me I just have the little book right now. Let's see if I can see because this book is like the hardest one to read of all my books because it's super small. Scotty. Let's see. I'll just read the meaning. Within within you bears a wild heart. Scotty is reminding you to stride through life proudly as your authentic self. Disregard the restrictions that have been placed upon you by convention, others, or yourself. Don't be afraid to take risks for whom and what you love. You are fierce and you will not be tamed. Bam. So if anyone's hating or anything, who cares? Like, go for what you love and all that good stuff. Let me see. I could do Ishtar, then that wasn't so hard to read. Ishtar, sexuality, meaning you deserve pleasure. So both of these goddesses they're like, screw the haters. You deserve pleasure. Your sexuality is grounded in your confidence and understanding of how you enjoy pleasure. Ishtar encourages you to pay attention to what delights and titillates your senses. Take time to reflect on your fantasies and give yourself permission to explore your sexuality and sexual power. This journey will lead you to increase empowerment and sexual fulfillment. So, yeah, that makes sense, right? Because obviously this is the last full moon before Valentine's Day and all that. So maybe just going off that energy and all that good stuff. So, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Ultra, how do you pronounce it? Ultraviolet or ultraviolet. But thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah. Wild horse energy. Ah. Arena, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, so on that note, I'll end it there. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Love you all. Hopefully you have a great rest of your day. I'll try to get back on here. Maybe I mean this was for the full moon, but we'll see. Maybe I'll just do a collective for the full moon. I won't go down every sign, but maybe I could do a collective reading for the full moon. So thank you all and yeah, I'll see you all soon. Thank you, Brittany, once again for helping me out as always. You're amazing. I appreciate you. And on that note, I'll see you all soon. Peace.